Welcome to TNT Sports Network, where it's all sports all the time. I'm your host, Tom, and thanks for joining me today. All right, we start this off with an update from Euro 2020. Wild, insane. If you are a soccer fan, you got treated to such an amazing weekend of sports. It started off with Denmark absolutely just throttling Wales. You love to see it. The team, after they lose Christian Eriksen, and, he's now doing better, so, we're so thankful for that. They've just come together as a group, and, boy, they just absolutely demolished Wales, moving on to the round of 8, and can really make some noise in this tournament. I had them as a sleeper team, so I'm going to pat myself on the back. Good job, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Next we had up, it was Italy-Austria, which, boy, oh boy, I was on the edge of my seat. I was, literally leaning in as close to the TV as I could for that entire match. Italy dominated the first half, got dominated the second half, went to extra time 0-0, and then we got taken to church by Federico Chiesa, who scored the goal to give a 1-0 lead, and then right after that, we had a Matteo Pessina goal to go 2-0, and then Austria again had to make it a little interesting with an amazing header from all the way, just dove down low, dove down, headed it through between Donnarumma's legs and the post. Incredible goal, but in the end, Italy held on to beat Austria 2-1. They advanced. Next, we had the nail-biting game between the Czech Republic and the Netherlands, which was back and forth the whole time. And, Czech Republic, just as the underdog, they were able to just come through and secure the win when, nobody thought they were. And Frank de Boer, the head coach of the Netherlands, had to resign after that. So, you hate to see it, but Czech Republic moving on. Next, we had what was supposed to be the best match of the weekend. It was not. We had the Belgium-Portugal match. Belgium looked to be in, tip-top shape coming into this. They had all their players fully healthy. They had a beautiful Thorgan Hazard goal to give them a 1-0 lead, and that's basically all she wrote. And Belgium won that game 1-0. It was a close game, but was not as good as the games we had on Monday. We had Spain-Croatia. Spain was up, I believe, 3-1. It was the 85th minute, and then Croatia scores 2 goals to tie it at 3. We go into extra time, and then Spain just turns it on, getting 2 goals in the first portion of extra time to win that one 5-3 in advance. And then the game that everyone will be talking about, Les Bleus versus Switzerland, the team that I begrudgingly had to win the tournament because even though, France was on paper the best team in the tournament, I had to pick them. We have a little bit of rivalry going on. We don't like France. France don't like us. So it's, nice as a little friendly banter there. They were up again, up 3-1. Paul Pogba scored beautiful goal to put them up 3-1. They were riding high. They were celebrating for what seemed like forever on that goal. And then Switzerland came back, scored 2 to tie it at 3. And then, what do you know? It comes to penalties. Switzerland hits the first 5. And then France comes down to it. The best player on France, maybe the best player in the world, Kylian Mbappe, chance to send it to keep going in penalties. And the shot gets saved. Les Bleus comes away with Les Luce. And France gets sent home. The tournament favorite, knocked out by this upstart, spunky Switzerland team who plays with heart, energy, and as a team. Just kudos to them for knocking off France, man. Great game to Swiss. As of today, we had Germany, England. Was lackadaisical to begin with. Wasn't the most entertaining game. Raheem Sterling scores for England, and then right after that, Thomas Müller has such an amazing chance to tie the game. Sends it wide, does not tie the game. Then just after that, Harry Kane scores, giving the 3 Lions the 2-0 win over Germany. Germany gets sent home, the 2014 World Cup winners. This was one of the worst German teams I've seen in the past 2 decades. Did not look good, and boy, oh boy, is everything lining up for England to be able to make a run at the finals, because in the last game of the round of 16, Sweden-Ukraine, Ukraine jumps out to a 1-0 lead off a Zinchenko goal, and then Emil Forsberg, 17 minutes later, ties it up, and then I kid you not, nothing happened after that. There was crossbar hit, post hit, everything happened except goal scoring. There was times where both teams looked like they were just playing for extra time. It was a snooze fest. I almost fell asleep. People getting injured galore. And then Sweden gets a red card. I'll put a still up here if I can find one that doesn't make me nauseous, because the foot went right directly into the kneecap. Oh, it looked so painful. Put them a man down. Then again, we look like we're going to extra time. 121st minute. Beautiful header goal for Ukraine to put them up 2-1. And Ukraine has a date in Rome with England in the round of 8. That was your recap from Euro 2020. Again, one of the greatest weekends of soccer I've ever been privileged to watch. It was just incredible. I will never forget that Switzerland-France game. Moving on, we have a Wimbledon update. Yesterday in the men's side on the first day, Stefanos Tsitsipas lost in the first round to the American Tiafoe, I believe his name would be pronounced. Yeah, I said Tsitsipas was one of the favorites to win the tournament. Well, what I meant to say was he was one of the favorites to get knocked out in the first round. You guys just didn't listen to me correctly. And some sad news is Serena was playing in her first round match, and she kind of slipped on the court and she hurt her ankle, had to retire from the match. So she also gets knocked out in the first round. Really emotional scene to see her, get a standing ovation at the Wimbledon courts, to have to leave so early in the tournament. Wish the best to her. Especially since I said that she was the best bet at 8-1. Now, I did not bet her to win, so again, at least I'm safe from that one. But you'll see, we're going to have another video coming up on how bad we actually are at predictions, and you'll see it's not good. Next up, we have the Travelers, the golf tournament that was in Connecticut this week. It was a pretty good tournament. Bubba was leading it, and then Bubba imploded on the back nine. So we ended up having a playoff with 2 great putts hit by Harris English and Kramer Hickok. They went into the playoff, and I was so rooting for this playoff. I was like, let's go. I haven't seen a playoff in a couple weeks. Let's go. I'm excited. I love playoffs in golf. And then, 2 hours later, I was really feeling like, you're an idiot for wanting this. 8 playoff holes later, and if you're not aware, they go first hole. If you're tied at the first hole, they go the second hole. So yes, they were tied for 7 holes in a row. They just par. And all they were doing was just hitting these putts from 5, 6, 7 feet out that most times, you probably won't hit it if you're not great. And they were hitting every putt. They were lights out with their putting. Finally, after the crowd was just punch drunk on everything, they were doing the wave. It was all types of wild. They were chanting Kramer Hickok when Harris English was hitting the ball. It was insane. Sam Burns was there the whole time to witness it because he's good friends with Kramer. So it was insane. And then finally, on the 8th playoff hole, Harris English ended it after 2.5 hours before or after the playoff had started. Harris English is your Travelers champion, 2-time winner in 2021. Congrats to Harris. Also, congrats to Kramer. Absolutely phenomenal day, phenomenal playoff. They both deserve to win, honestly. At one point, I was like, can we just call it and just give both them wins? Because they both were putting their heart and soul into hitting these putts. Last big news of the day is Hector Santiago, the first pitcher to be ejected/suspended under MLB's new foreign substance rule. As most of you have probably seen, some of the ridiculous things that happen now where the umps will be waiting for the pitcher to walk off the mound at the end of an inning, and they'll check the glove to see if there's any foreign substance. They'll check the body. A bunch of times they've been asking to check the belt, so we see the funniest one, I'll put it up here, was Sergio Romo, who undid his belt and then pulled down his pants to show that he had no foreign substance. It's getting a little ridiculous, but MLB finally got someone, Hector Santiago of the Seattle Mariners. 10-game suspension for the foreign substance that was, I believe, on his arm. I'm not 100% certain. I think it was on his glove and his arm. They said it was really noticeable that all the umpires got together and was like, yeah, this is too noticeable. Goodbye, you're gone. Have fun. See you in 10 days, buddy. That brings up a whole nother... I might have to do a whole other video on this, on how we feel that MLB enacted such a major rule change in the middle of the season. I'm not crazy about it. But again, if you're not aware, it's if you have pine tar or any type of sticky substance that can give you better grip on the ball and better throw changeup, better to throw curveballs, better to throw sliders, really anything that can give you an advantage. MLB is now looking for on your person. If you guys remember, Michael Pineda had a huge glob of it on his hat back when he was with the Yankees. That's basically what they're looking for. Around the racing world, we had a F1 race in Austria. It was great. We had a guy beforehand singing in Lederhosens. It was phenomenal to watch. Max Verstappen absolutely dominated the race, got the pole position, never gave it up, absolutely destroyed Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, winning that. In NASCAR, we had a double race at Pocono this weekend. First race, shocker, was won by Kyle Larson. Second race, won by Kyle Busch. And I think that's all we have for this weekend. Another huge action-packed weekend in sports, but I guess that's to be expected when you have a major international soccer tournament and a Grand Slam in tennis in the same weekend. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching me here on TTSN. If you like the content, you want more content, you want more baseball, you want more Formula One, you want more anything, give us a like, and please hit the subscribe button. It helps us grow so much. You won't regret it. We're going to have some incredible content coming out. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Tom. You're the viewer. Bye, guys.